Hello, and welcome to another episode of Future Kings. If you're not familiar with Future Kings, Future King is a 501c nonprofit organization that teaches STEM-based education to middle school and high school age children. And if you've been following Future Kings, our first episode, we basically gave you the overview of Future Kings. And the next few episodes, we gave you more of an idea of who some of our partners are. Today, we want to get more detailed into some of the specifics. Today, I have two very special guests. First, I have Dr. King, who is the founder and managing director of Future Kings. Welcome.
Thank you.
And I also have Mr. Ross, Stephen Ross, who is the CEO?
The executive director.
The executive director of the Tyke Foundation. Welcome.
Thank you.
First, I'd like to start with Dr. King. Dr. King, as I mentioned, we want to get into the specifics. And today I want to talk about your custom engineering program. Can you tell us a little bit more about the custom engineering program, how it works, and its purpose?
Well, the primary purpose of our custom engineering program was to provide a visual roadmap of the engineering career. We wanted that to be a practical representation of what the students will meet as they go into a career in engineering. And so what we also wanted to do, though, was provide some, I'll call them strategic advantages for our participants who are going to be entering a workforce where they are competing with others, whether they go directly into work or whether they go to college. There's going to be a competitive phase. So we want them to be prepared and have a competitive advantage over those peers. And then for those who were going to be going into college, we wanted to give them an overview or an introduction to what they're going to face and prepare them for what they'll be doing in college as an engineering student. So the purpose of the program was those three things: to give them a roadmap, to provide them an advantage, and also to prepare them for what they'll face if they do go directly into college.
Okay, so typically people are used to hearing, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, etc. What exactly is custom engineering? How would you put that in this perspective?
Well, we don't specialize to that degree. And so what we are doing with our custom engineering is being able to take a word problem, if you will, and then design a solution for that particular word problem. Or as another alternative, if there is a structure that exists or a drawing that exists, being able to customize it for another purpose or just with a different set of specifications. So the custom engineering is be able to take either a problem that someone has and then design an engineering solution for that. Or if there is a solution that's already been designed, being able to modify that design for a new purpose.
Okay, so just so there's no confusion, I don't want to drag this on too long, but you mentioned word problem, or are we specifically talking more along the civil engineering spectrum? Is it across the board of all phases of engineering? Is it more along just a process that the kids are learning on how to customize engineering regardless of the engineering technology?
I think it's more of a process. So if, for example, if someone came to you and said, I'd like to have a house with 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms and the kitchen ought to be this spec, and they gave you an idea of what they want their house to be, that we would want to be able to design a house like that. So it may not have the plumbing and electrical and other, but at least all the structures could be designed that way. Or it may be a car, maybe or a portion of a car. There's a dashboard that currently exists for that car, and now we're going to redesign that dashboard because we're going to add either another dial or we want the dials to function differently, or there's going to be a different connection point. So all those are things that we can, all those are word problems that we can give to a student who then has to interpret the word problem and design a solution for it.
Excellent, excellent. So who all is involved in the custom engineering program?
Well, we're blessed to have a lot of people that are key contributors. Number one is Northern Virginia Community College, because we do use their facility, and we can even use some of their course material in our program. We get our software from a company called Autodesk, which as one of its products has AutoCAD, which is advanced computer-aided design software. They also have a whole suite of products within the Autodesk family. And finally, Tyke Foundation is a key partner of ours in our program. What Tyke Foundation has done is allowed us to service young people from kindergarten to 12th grade, not to mention that they provide great partnership in ideas and brainstorming and other issues that we have to address as part of our Future Kings program.
And that's sounds great. So we have it was a huge gap. Sounds like you guys partnered up. In other words, Future Kings taking college level material, giving it to the middle school and high school students, and it was a great segue and introduction to the Tyke Foundation and its executive director, Steve Ross.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And so as Dr. King was saying, Tyke Foundation. What exactly does Tyke stand for again?
Tyke Foundation's, the acronyms TYKE stands for The Youth Knowledge Enrichment. And that's pretty much what we do. We focus on enriching kids in STEM curriculum. So we created our foundation. We're based out of Leesburg, Virginia. And we focus on making sure that kids at least have access to STEM curriculum. And we want to look at them closely as they're going through our programs and to determine what path that they are leaning toward. And then we want to have a conversation with their parents to determine how they can play a part in encouraging and being an early participant in their child's career. At Tyke Foundation, we pride ourselves by saying that we are the place where the passion for STEM is created.
Excellent. So last week we talked about the Youth Summit and Technology Expo, which will be held on November 18th at the Nova Woodbridge campus. And I see that the Tyke Foundation is going to also be there. Can you tell us a little bit about your participation in that Youth Summit?
Well, most definitely. So, like Dr. King had said, we want to create an alliance to have a full pipeline from that child going from kindergarten to college. And we want to make sure that there's no gaps. And so I'm going to be focusing on particularly at the summit, at the engagement. I'm going to be focusing on rolling out one of our signature programs, which is going to be weekend workshops. So weekend workshops is going to be consisting of having a series of classes or a series of programs that we're going to be given to kids on a year-round basis. These classes are going to consist from everything from coding to robotics, circuitry, and also science projects.
Will all that be a part of your Youth Expo exhibition, or?
Well, I typically want to focus on the areas that myself and Dr. King are going to be focusing on, which is CAD and also robotics.
Robotics?
Yes.
Interesting. So you're going to have a display of robotics at the expo for the kids to come out and see or an experience?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. We like to bring a end product. Say, for instance, we'll have a Rubik's Cube solver there.
Rubik's Cube solving robot?
A Rubik's Cube solving robot. and it's showing all aspects of robotics, which is sensing, computing, and then the actual structure that's going to be turning and twisting the Rubik's Cube. So looking forward to having it out, give a little wow factor to the kids, and that is the thing that brings them in. It's like, and you can create something like this too, and then we'll give them some hand-on application on building a few things themselves.
That's interesting. So I like to take the concept to Dr. King, because these are, I guess, college level materials. So what tools are used, I guess, pretty much to translate and make it easier for these youth to understand this college level material?
Well, the tools are varied. In providing college level material to young people in secondary schools, we use a number of different assets. Number one asset that we're using now is dual enrollment. With dual enrollment, our students that are in 11th and 12th grade can enroll in Northern Virginia Community College at the same time that they're in high school. So the dual enrollment process allows them to take actual engineering and higher level classes at Northern Virginia Community College while they're still in high school. And what that does is it provides entry-level but high-quality engineering support, because they're now taking both high school and college classes at the same time. So that is one of the tools. Another one is the AutoCAD. AutoCAD is a staple for a lot of colleges that are teaching. They're teaching engineering. It is a leading product in the computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing field. And so our students are becoming, I like to call them experts, while they're still in high school, in manipulating and knowing the nuances of that particular tool, which will put them well in advance of their competitors who may just be being introduced to that tool when they enter college. The entire suite of Lego products is another tool that we use in the program, whether it be the Lego robotics that Mr. Ross was just talking about, or the various Lego bricks that can be used to create structures. We can apply those to our AutoCAD. So we can design something using AutoCAD, and then once it's been designed on paper in the computer, then we can use the Lego bricks to duplicate that, or create a working model of what we had created in the computer. And it also works the other way, where we can have a working model first, and then re-engineer that by drawing it. So that's another one of the tools that we have. And then finally, we use 3D printers that we can, as a way of modeling the computer design, computer manufacturing process, that we can create things using AutoCAD. And then once it's created, we can take it to a 3D printer and then print it out. And you can actually have a full-fledged physical representation of whatever that was in the AutoCAD. So those are tools that we use, both the academic and the technical tools that are used to implement the programs that we've designed.
That's interesting. So now this next question is both for you, but first I'll start with you, Dr. King. Who was actually eligible, it's two-part, who's actually eligible to join and participate in this program, and how would they go about engaging in that process?
Our program, this custom engineering program, is actually open to boys and girls. Any member of Future Kings is eligible to be in this program. And Future Kings is strictly for boys, because we are teaching them things that go beyond just the custom engineering. There are some mentoring aspects and some other growth and 21st century skills that we are providing to these young men. So anyone in Future Kings is eligible for this. But we can also service girls through our chapter of the National Society of Black Engineers. And so girls who join our chapter of the National Society of Black Engineers then become eligible for the types of engineering program that we are providing to Future Kings.
Okay, so if someone wanted to reach out and join and find out more information about joining Future Kings, how would they go about that process?
If they wanted to either join Future Kings or join our NSBE chapter, National Society of Black Engineers chapter, then they should go to the Future Kings website. And that is www.future-kings.org. If they want to join Future Kings, there's an application there. If they want to join the NSBE chapter, then they could just submit a comment in the contact us area, and we'll get that in and respond.
Excellent. Now I propose the same question to you, Mr. Ross. If someone wanted to participate in your program, and also who is actually eligible to participate in the Tyke Foundation program?
Well, the Tyke Foundation is co-ed, boys and girls, and they just have to be the appropriate age and have the appropriate passion to participate in the programs that we have. So we go from K through 6th grade. We do have some outliers with 7th graders, but we want to focus on them in leadership roles with the kids. And I just want to go back to the handshake that me and Dr. King wanted to forge here, is that when the kids age out of our program, we would like to have a place that's as dynamic and career continuing like Future Kings that they would go to. And as a service back to Tyke Foundation, we would love to have members of Future Kings to provide mentorship to the little kids, the kids in Tyke Foundation.
How would someone wanted to I guess learn more about the Tyke Foundation? How would they contact you, or where would they go to learn more?
They can contact us on our website. It's Tyke Foundation, TYKE Foundation.org, or they can give us a call at our office in Leesburg, 703-779-7467.
Okay, so I guess, Dr. King, your program is not exactly year-round, it's to a school year, is that correct?
No, our program is a year-round program. Our typical instructional year goes from September until June. But during the summer, we have a summer camp, so that and we'll do these types of activities during the summer camp. So the only month that we're out is August. Our summer camps are in July, so the only month that we take off is the month of August.
And Mr. Ross?
Our program is several different aspects. It's an after-school program. It's also we have summer camps when school is out, and the weekend workshops. So you could consider it a year-round program. Yeah, we kind of have somewhat the same format as Future Kings.
Okay, so if I wanted to go to participate in the Future Kings program, correct me if I'm wrong, I would go to the Northern Virginia Community College Woodbridge campus, correct?
Well, that's where we meet.
That's where you meet.
But if you want to participate in our program, then first you would start with an application. And then we would review the application, and once you were approved, then you'd be able to participate in our meetings, which are held on the Woodbridge campus of Northern Virginia Community College.
I propose the same question to you. I'm ready. I want to join the Tyke Foundation. What's the process and where's the location?
Give us a call. We like to say, come one, come all. We want kids to be successful, and we can work with just about any kid from ages from grades K through 6. We would hope that they would have the passion to want to have a STEM-based career, and that's what we're going to focus on.
So, I mean, do you meet online, or is it an actual physical location?
Well, we do have an application online that they can fill out, and we also have, they can call us up and let us know that their child wants to be a part of our program. We would schedule a time for the parent to come in to visit our location and get a good feel of if this situation is right for their child.
And the location is?
Leesburg, Virginia.
Okay.
I could give you the street address.
I'm just trying to just trying to narrow down. You know,
Okay.
some people may want to take a visit, but if you're in,
Yes.
Bethesda, you may want to come to Leesburg, or
Yes.
to give an idea of how that's going to work out. So I guess that's a wide spectrum. You have elementary, and you have all the way to high school. So, Dr. King, can you help me understand the benefits of the program to high school students?
Well, in the case of high school students, it does provide a hands-on experience with what it's going to take to be an engineer. So many times our research says that students have romanticized feelings about engineering. And this gives them a vision beyond just the romanticism. It allows them to understand some of the math involved, some technology that may be used, science behind it, and it helps them understand that this does, although it can be fun, is also challenging. And by providing them with that type of hands-on visualization of what the career is going to be, that is a significant benefit, so they can avoid some of the issues that people have felt when they enter one career, when they enter with one major in college, and then they decide to change majors later because they don't want to go in, they don't want to continue with that. We think that this program really helps to make that decision a firm decision when they enter college. Another benefit is that they get to apply some of the higher level math that they are learning when they are in junior high school, when they are juniors and seniors in high school. So many times students in school wonder when they're ever going to use this. And what this does is shows them when they're going to use it.
Excellent. So I guess for the elementary students, I mean, what would you say is the number one benefit?
We build confidence.
Build confidence. And so thank you. Thank you both, Dr. King, Mr. Ross. Excellent program. The Future Kings program, the Tyke Foundation. Also, don't forget, November 18th, Nova Woodbridge Campa is the Youth Summit Technology Expo. If you'd like to learn more about the Future Kings program or the Tykes Foundation. That's all I have for tonight, folks.